Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. We just got out. It is a brisk, cool morning. I wish I had worn shoes. Instead, my toes are cold. But we're out here to see if we can generate a few strikes on a new product that just came out. This is the Berkeley chop block. So this is the 6 size. They also have a bigger, a number 8, as well as a big number 10. So just in comparison, you can see the difference. But really excited to see this bait hit the market. I've had quite a bit of time to play around with this. I've actually had prototypes almost all year long, I feel like, and it's just an impressive bait. You know, it's a soft glide bait. It's similar to the Nessie, but it's got a back stinger hook, and I'll show you all this up close to give you a better look. But it's just got a back stinger hook. It's a bigger profile, has a different movement, and it's been generating a lot of strikes for me. So hopefully I can catch a few, kind of show you how I like to work it, show you some of the things that I really like about it. And enough talking, let's try some fishing. Let's get out there. There's one. Oh, big one. Don't go in that buoy. Look at that one. What do I got him on? The stinger? I got him on the back hook. That's a nice one. Look at that chunk. Oh. Look at that one, guys. On the old chop block. So that's one of the advantages. Now this is not a replacement to the Nessie, but one of the advantages, in my opinion, that the chop block has over the Nessie is it's got that rear hook on it, which is really critical, especially like, so it's a really cold morning. I can't get this fish. It's a really cold morning, and the water temp is probably 5 degrees cooler than it was yesterday. Look at that. That is a beautiful fish. The water is probably 5 degrees cooler than it was yesterday. And man, these fish are just super lethargic this morning. And if they're just coming up nibbling on the back end, I want to be able to catch them on that back hook, which is where that fish was. Oh, got him. Nice one. Never even felt that bite. Oh, but he's got that thing gone. How did I not feel that? Look at that. Just down the gullet. I don't even want to grab him. Holy cow, look at that, guys. Just folded it over. I can't believe I did not feel that bite. He has got that thing gone, and that's one of the advantages, in my opinion, to a soft glide. That's a nice one, 3-pounder. You know, when you're talking about fishing a soft or a glide bait in general, big hard glide baits don't fold up like that. Well, you just saw how well that bait collapsed in that fish's mouth, and that's one of the things that I just love about a soft glide. You know, it's got a more natural profile, more natural feel, and I just feel like the fish really react better to it than a bigger, bulkier, you know, hard bait. You know, most of the, and that's the other thing, I feel like the soft glides, they're, oh, is that another one? We might have got a little pile of them. Dang it. a lot of your bigger glide baits have bigger profiles and just don't look as natural as a soft glide like this. And one thing I will say that I've really come to love with these chop blocks and the Nessies, the material that they use, it's not like a soft plastic like a worm or something. It's got a much harder texture to it, and they hold up really well. Oh, did you guys see that? My line popped. I missed them. It's one thing though, like living up here in the North Country, when I first got these, I was like, this isn't good. Oh, maybe that was grass. I got grass. When you live up here in the North Country, you're always worried about northern pike and muskie, but northern specifically will just chew up a bait, and you're just always concerned about it. So from that standpoint, when I first got the Nessies, I was like, oh, this is not going to be good with the toothy critters, but the material just holds up extremely well. So you get a bait that does not get chewed up and at the same time will last for a long time at a price point that's significantly cheaper, and in my opinion oh, there was one. Ooh, that's a good one. We've got a little school. The chop block has them fired up. Just the chunk. Come here. Nice. Got them with bolt hooks. Oop. Nice. That's a little football right there. But the material just holds up really, really well. So you don't have to really worry about the durability at all on it, which is something that I personally was concerned about the first time I threw the Nessie or the chop block. I don't know, this stuff does not want to come off. This is one of the reasons why I really like the chop block though. So this bait sinks at a really slow rate. It does a really good job at suspending. And what I'm fishing right now, because it's a chilly morning, is just a shallow rock flat. This is just a rock point that comes off. It's about 3 feet deep, and the chop block stays right above where it needs to. Now I'm just going to show you the cool things. It's got this built-in snap, so your hook literally, maybe you can hear it, snaps in place, and then it's got the trailer hook is held in by this magnet, so the bait just fits in. It's got that little kink in the hook, slides in that slot, it just holds perfectly in place. But it's not so stiff it won't release. If you're talking about not having you know, if you're catching a fish, you want that hook to release easily. So it's like the perfect tension by that magnet. Look at all the eelgrass that popped up. You can see I'm just swimming it over these eelgrass rock point flats. There's holes in the rock, and the fish are just kind of sitting on that rock because the water temp has dropped so much, waiting for something to come into the hole that they're in. And there's a lot of different ways to use this. If you're talking retrieve standpoint, I'm just sitting here kind of just chopping it. Just chop, chop, chop. Just, you know, you can see my reel handles. I'm just half turn, half turn, half turn, and that bait's going real slow. It's basically walking the dog under the water, which is what I want it to be doing. If you want to burn it, you can burn it, and it's a real nice, it's more of an S swim, but it's a nice tight S swim, very natural looking. But on a cold morning like this, I like to chop it. I like to get that bait to kind of walk around and stay relatively in place. Like what I'm envisioning right now when I'm fishing it is you've got this point with rock patches and eelgrass around it. So I'm throwing it out there and I'm just slow chopping it, just expecting it to come over an eel patch and have a fish sitting on a little rock cluster. That's how I'm envisioning it. If I were retrieving it really fast, that would be fine if the fish were really aggressive, but they're not really aggressive this morning from what I've seen. You know, if I was burning it, you can get them to come up and commit that way, but I just feel like right now, for me, it's better to have that bait just gliding over the holes, and that seems to be really what's been generating these bites. You can see I came through that hole. There's a rock patch out here. Came through that hole, must have clipped the bottom, got me some more of that yucky filamentous grass or whatever it's called. I feel like I'm saying words I don't even know what they mean right now. And I'm throwing the bluegill colored one just because we're on a lake that doesn't have shad. It's just all bluegill forage. Fish seem to like it so far. God dang. I went to chop it and there was nothing there. He hit it and came right at me. Oh, it's a good one. That is a nice one. This is why you throw glides. He's got it good too. Come here. Both hooks again. Right in the top of the old face. That's a good one. That one's pushing 4. Man, so much fun. It's an addicting way to fish. It really is. And the soft glides are actually, in my opinion, much easier to fish in terms of getting the action out of it, and at the same time, like, physically on the body. It's not as hard to cast the bait. They're not as heavy. They're not as hard to reel. You know, I'm chopping it hard, and it's like I'm really allowing there to be a lot of slack in my bait because I chop it, and that bait just glides in one direction. I chop it back, and to chop a soft glide is not nearly as hard as a big bait. You know, a bigger, heavier wood bait, say, you got to create a ton of a momentum to get it to shoot. In this case, I'm hitting this hard and that bait's just cutting really hard, but you almost don't even feel the bait when you're doing it. That's one of the things that I really like about it. And like I said, you don't just cut it back and forth. I'm doing that right now because that's how I'm generating my strikes. I just, you know, if I'm reel, burn, you know, reel, stop, I'm just not getting any bites that way. Plus, that keeps your bait higher up, and I know I'm only fishing like 4 foot of water, but it just feels like I can't get fish to come up right now. They want to be close to the bottom, and from that standpoint, you know, I'm chopping it and letting that bait glide, and it stays suspended at like the depth that I start my retrieve at by, you know, chopping it. If I start burning it faster, the bait's going to want to rise up, and I don't want that right now. I want this bait to sit down in those fish's faces and make them think it's an easy meal. And there's a nice hole in the eelgrass here, and there's definitely a lot of fish that are sitting up there. Hopefully there's a few more that want to cooperate. Oh, that's another nice one. Got him on the tail hook again. Oh no, I didn't. He's got the front one. God, this is so much fun. I can't wait for these to hit the market. He's got a little growth on him. Oh no, I do have him on the back hook again. Another nice 2.5 pounder. Let me get you back, Mr. Fish. Man, these Fusion 19 hooks, I've literally got him right through the cartilage. Can you see that? Like the hard part, the actual like bone of that fish. Which is one of the things, these Fusion 19 hooks are so sharp. Yeah, he's probably 2 3/4. Really nice fish right there. And a lot of different ways to fish these. You know, I've had a lot of success fishing these around docks. I've had a lot of success for smallmouth, especially the number 6 size, just burning over flats. This type of stuff, fishing like isolated rock and holes, that's the type of stuff that I've had a lot of good success with. I've also had success actually just straight steady retrieve, keeping it like right on the surface, you know, almost wake bait style. I've had a lot of bites doing that, especially earlier in the year. It's just been a very versatile bait for me, and it's a bite getter. I mean, it truly is a bite getter. I also, from a tackle standpoint, because I'll have tons of people asking me what I'm using to fish it. In this case, so this is just an MHX blank that I built. This is another utility rod for me. It's the NMB 874. So this is just a 7.3 4 power. So it's a medium heavy fast action. Now from a rod standpoint and a tackle standpoint, right now I'm throwing the number 6. I probably would go up a little bit as I go up in size of the chop block. But right now it's just 15 pound, 100% Berkeley trilene fluorocarbon. And then I just have a Xenon X. This is actually a faster reel, an 8.0 to 1. I definitely could go down a little bit. I personally do like, though, for chopping a bait, a little faster retrieve, because that little half turn, because you have a faster gear ratio reel, will actually impart more action into that bait and get it to chop harder. So I like that. Some people don't like that and want a slower gear ratio reel. It just really depends on what you're doing. But for me, it's just, this is a standard setup. You know, the number 6 is about an ounce, so it's not a heavy bait. It actually feels like a light ounce to me, you know, being that it's a bigger profiled bait. That weight gets spread out. It's not like I have a 1 ounce bullet weight on my line, so it doesn't feel like an ounce. But as you go up in size, you probably do want to go up a little bit in tackle, in rod, reel, line. But for me right now, this is the setup that seems to have worked the most. This is what I've played around the most with. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Berkeley potentially come out with a smaller size too, like 4, just to see what that would do. Now, I don't know if you go smaller in size, if the action, you know, you get to a point where the action just isn't right on a small glide bait. You know, we don't see that many small glide baits on the market, but I think a number 4 size could be cool too. But the 6 is great. The smallmouth are eating it up, and based on having that nice stinger hook on the back, it functions great in terms of hookup, as you've seen right here today. That is one. That one feels good too. Yeah, it is. They're hitting it so soft. Golly. It's another chunker. Another chunker. Come here. Oh, another nice one though. On the stinger hook, almost got me. Well, there you go, guys. The old chop block should be out any day if it's not out right now. So this is the 6-inch that I've been throwing right there. You can see we've got an 8-incher, and then if you want to go big, right there you go, the big one. I can't say enough good things about this. I really enjoy throwing it. It's been a long time testing it, but it's finally out for you guys to get. So yeah, get them while you can. I feel like this one's going to be potentially sold out pretty quick, but anyways, that Fusion 19 got me right there. See if there's another one there. I appreciate all you watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. I know I have. Man, they are biting it really soft though. This cold night has got this morning bite being really a soft bite. They're just not cracking it. They're coming up and grabbing that trailer hook on it, which is fine with me. We're still catching them, but sometimes you just got to let the fish tell you how they want it. Today they want it slow and just slow. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the feedback, all the support, and if you enjoy watching the videos, make sure you hit the subscriber button, and I'll put links for the bait to Tackle Warehouse so you guys can check it out there if you want to. It's a great way to support the channel as well, and very much appreciated. So thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned, new video coming out tomorrow.